Hi fairies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Fifi. It's so nice to have you here. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of a reading vlog. I have just filmed like 3 YouTube videos. That's why I'm all like, but yeah, today we're going to do a Stephen King reading vlog. I got my first ever Stephen King book right here, The Dark Half. I've heard so much about Stephen King and his books and how like they are pretty much horror. I'm sure they are like actual horror, so I'm kind of scared because I don't think I've ever read like a horror book before. And I heard he gets very like intense and like very gory, very like scary, creepy. So yeah, I'm kind of scared but also excited because I have been waiting and wanting to read this book for a while. It's pretty like pretty thick, but I don't think it will be that bad. But yeah, this book is apparently about this writer that had or needed to have somebody like help him write his books for a little bit because he was uninspired and not really doing well. And then when he finally started feeling inspired and writing again, he let go of the person that was writing for him, and apparently the person now has a vendetta and the person is now like mad about that. I don't really know. I don't like to know too much about books before I read them. So yeah, I'm just interested in seeing what the hell happens here. Apparently the person starts going for him and his family, like it's a whole thing. And it's so funny, Stephen King has a pseudonym called Richard Bachman, and in his author's notes he said, "I'm indebted to the late Richard Bachman for his help and inspiration. This novel couldn't have been written without him. SK." So he's like tying it into the whole book and referencing the book and thinking he's such a funny little guy. Yeah, I'm just going to start reading. I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish this book. I think I can read it in the next 24 hours, like if I really put my heart and my back into it. Comment down below right now how long you think it will take me to read this book, and then when you're done with the video, edit your comments and let me know if you were right or not, because that'll be fun. I think it can take me 24 hours, maybe more. If I really like honed in on it and focused on it, I don't think it's taken me too long. I'll just film this intro now because I was already made up, ready, everything, but I'm going to take all this off and get a little bit cozy, start reading this. I'll try to film when I can, maybe give some updates and then do a final review. I'll see you later. Hey guys, so it is in fact the next day and I am this much into the book. I'm at page 160, and where do I even start with this book? Obviously I knew Stephen King's writing would not disappoint. His writing is really good and even funny at times. It's also just kind of a bit exhausting because for like the first 20% of this book, he just kept introducing new characters and new plot lines, subplots, and it was kind of tiresome, I will say. I was having a bit of a rough time and a hard time getting through it, but I think a bit more into the book now and I'm understanding like what's going on. I have some theories of my own as well, and I hope I'm not right, because then I don't know, I just feel like he has to shock me, and if he doesn't shock me, it's going to be very disappointing because I've heard so much about him and how his books are shocking and take different turns and twists, and I just would like to experience that. So if I actually just predicted everything I'm going to be kind of mad. So yeah, I'm going to spend the rest of today reading it. I'm not going to lie, I stopped reading it for some time yesterday because like I said, it was tiresome. I started reading Glow of the Everflame, the second book of the King Dread's Curse saga. I've been reading that on my iPad and I'm really liking that book, but obviously that's not what we're talking about right now. This book I'm going to continue today and see how far I get. I feel like I can finish it. I know I said I'll finish it in 24 hours and we're almost nearing 24 hours, so that's probably not going to happen. But I feel like if I hone in on it today and maybe into the night, which is kind of scary considering how dark this book is. It's very dark, by the way, very gory, very like intense. Like the killings are very detailed and it's kind of jarring, so keep that in mind if you're reading this book, as well as probably any Stephen King book. But I will say I am enjoying it. I'm not going to lie, it's not the best thing ever right now, but I am enjoying it. At this point it's probably like a 4-star. It needs to just take a very different turn and like shock me in a very nice way for me to give it more than that. So yeah, I'm just going to keep trucking. I made some tea. I've been loving tea recently, and yeah, I'm just going to keep reading. So hey guys, please ignore how I look right now. I'm kind of going through it. Okay, it's like 1 a.m. and I've been reading the book, and you know when you're just reading for so long, like hours and hours, and you're thinking, oh my god, I've gone so far, like I'm killing it, and then you realize you've only read like 50 pages. That's exactly like what's happening to me with this book. The print and font of this book is so freaking small, and it's like pissing me off because one, I have eye problems, and it's just like it's a lot. It's annoying and taking me so long to just get through one page. So I ended up downloading the ebook and I'm reading it. I have been reading it on my iPad. I'm getting through it a lot quicker, and yeah, I'm really liking the book. Like after the first 20% where I was like a bit confused because they were just introducing characters, I started getting into it more, and I'm really liking it. Like it's so crazy though. Like Stephen King, his mind is so insanely warped and twisted. Like somebody needs to check on him actually, because this is psychotic. I don't know how much I can tell you without like divulging the plot and, you know, giving spoilers, but yeah, it's really crazy. The chapter I just read was really gory and really just weird as hell. Like so freaking weird. I'm like, why are you even thinking this type of thing up? Like you're kind of scaring me. Stephen King, like, are you good? I have like 100 pages left and I can really sense like the final huge blowout, and to be honest, I did predict everything that was happening in this book. I just hope and pray there's just something that shocks me at the end. But if not, you know, it's fine. I did really enjoy it. I think his writing is so freaking good. At first it was like a bit much, but then once I started understanding and getting more into the meat of the book, I was feeling his writing a lot more. So many lines here and like words and, you know, expressions, like the way he chooses to point things out is very like, I think very specific to him so far. So yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. I am keen to read it. It's just the book itself is like not very encouraging because of the small font. I'm going to see how much more I can read on my iPad, and then tomorrow we'll round this up, okay? Because I'm kind of over it. Like it's just, I hate when books are so long. Like I don't know how people just like long books. Like, do you really need to write all these things to get to the point. Like, I don't know. I've just never read a long book that didn't feel like it should not have been that long, you know. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Like I said, it's 1 a.m. really going through it. My guitar broke, and so I obviously cried. Fun times. And I also saw on the internet just now that Liam Payne is dead, so that's like crazy. It's really crazy considering like everything. Like, I just feel like his name has been in the press, he has been talked about so much this week that it's a little bit shocking and a little bit weird the way he just unfortunately passed away. I feel very bad for his girlfriend and his child, so it's really weird. But yeah, that's all I have to say right now. I will see you when I see you, okay? Hey guys, I finally finished The Dark Half by Stephen King, and I have a few opinions, okay? So of course this is my first Stephen King book, so I didn't really know what to expect, except for the fact that it's like horror and gory horror, and there was definitely a lot of gore, so beware. When I first started the book, I was kind of like getting a bit overwhelmed and exhausted because it felt like he was throwing so much information at me immediately. There were so many characters being introduced and so many like different plots that obviously still came together when I got more into the crux of the book, but at first it was just a bit much and I was getting like annoyed and overwhelmed and just over it. I pushed through, the book came together, things started to make sense, and then I started forming my theories. I was like 20 to 30% into the book. I will say that every single theory and every single plot line that I predicted was what happened, and I don't know how to feel about that. Honestly, I'm kind of annoyed by that because I thought there would be something shocking, something that would take my breath away in a way, but that did not happen. Like, everything I thought would happen is what happened, save for like some few things. But I would say his writing is so incredibly good. I loved how he was able to incorporate little bits of humor. He's a renowned writer, so obviously his writing would be amazing. I didn't really expect less on that front, but I definitely enjoyed the writing, especially as I got more into the book and things started to make sense. I think the characters were interesting, but honestly not that fleshed out, especially his wife. I feel like we should have gotten more insight into his wife and like more depth when it comes to her. Maybe like some chapters from her point of view. It was third-person point of view, but like it would focus on different characters, and we didn't get any chapter focusing on his wife and what she was thinking and, you know, stuff like that. I feel like I would have appreciated more things from her side. And also the ending was like intense but also underwhelming. Like, I don't want to spoil anything obviously, but I just expected more with the end, and it kind of felt not like too flat, but like it fell below what I expected and what I would have liked. So all that being said, I really did enjoy the book. I will say it took longer than I expected because the font, let me show you guys. The font is like, it's not like the smallest thing ever, but it's like small. And it just took me so much longer to read. And obviously when I switched to my iPad, because I downloaded the ebook on my iPad eventually, I started reading it a lot faster. I would definitely recommend this book, and I'm definitely going to read more Stephen King books. Let me know if you have any recommendations. This was just the one I randomly bought. I don't know if there are any fan favorites or classics by him. Just let me know if you have any recommendations on that front. And yeah, for my rating, I decided to give this book 4 stars, which I don't know how a lot of you feel about that. 4 stars is not bad by any means. It's just there were some things that I would have liked to be better, and especially as a Stephen King newbie, I just kind of expected more. But it was still an amazing book and an incredible read. Very creepy, definitely very weird, and I'm definitely a huge horror fan. I love watching horror movies, and so this was not by any means scary to me per se, just pretty gory and eerie. So yeah, those are my thoughts about The Dark Half by Stephen King. Like I said, you can give me your recommendations if you have any, and let me know if you've read this book, what you thought of this book, if you share the same opinions as I did or not. Just talk to me in the comments. I love reading and replying comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram so we can talk. If you want to be book besties or just besties at all, text me. I'm always down to talk to anybody. And yeah, I will see you in the next video.